Hello, it's Alyssa with Holistic Living. Welcome to part 4 and the final part of June's tarot read. So for this question, I always ask, what does the collective need to focus on for this month? So for June, what's the collective need to put their energy into? What should we try to accomplish? What is the kind of the universe and the angels really want us to do? So for this, I got that physically with this, because pentacles are all physical, things are going to come out that will help us get into a calmer space. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of shift physically that's going to bring humanity to kind of, and this is globally, bring us to more of a, like where we see the light at the end of the tunnel finally. So I got that there's going to be something in June that will physically allow us to take a breath and realize we're almost to the end of this. So it came then followed by the Two of Pentacles, which is a flip, which is something changing. This could also be read in different questions differently. But for this one, I got that there's some sort of physical shift that's going to flip things for humanity and bring us to a calmer state. So we'll have to keep an eye and see what that is. And then I got the Star and the Strength. So there's great strength in renewal for June. So releasing anything that they want you to release anything and put anything out that does not align with your higher self at this point. So that does not help you grow, that does not make you feel better, that does not take some burdens off you. They want you to focus on letting go maybe of emotions, because water is very emotional. This is also an intuitive card. So kind of following intuitively and working on what you personally need to focus on. Let go of, create, whatever it is that you need to do intuitively. They want you to listen to that intuition for June. I would say always, but I think they're wanting to remind you specifically for June. You have to lead by your intuition. If you go any other way, or if you're highly reactionary, or if you're not paying attention to the signs from your guides, you're going to have a harder time. So, and then I also got that there's something it's going to be a breakthrough moment that's going to bring balance. So I think that kind of goes back to the first question. There's something physically that's going to bring us into a calmer water. I kind of get that. So they want us to make sure that we are focusing on our balance, our personal balance, balancing our masculine and feminine within. So balancing the nurturing, intuitive energy with the take charge and your power energy, and letting that lead the way. So I feel like overall, it seems like there may be some intense times in June. It may be some very quick physical shifts. There may be some, heavy, family and intimate dynamic changes, but that I do get that it is to balance out in the end, and it is for your soul's purpose, your soul's growth. So you have to keep focusing on that. So they just want you to focus on your inner balance. And don't forget joy. And that's what my guides are adding now. Is I feel like some people are so involved with work, or so overly involved with kind of the day-to-day, that they're forgetting to just be sometimes. Sometimes you need to just be. Sometimes you need to laugh. Sometimes you need to decompress, have some downtime. You're going to need to do some of that during this process. If you're not, you get very run down, you get very drained, and then you can't give. You can't function. You can't give to others. You can't be there fully balanced for your children, as a parent. So I feel like, or just family members if you're not a parent. So I feel like that's going to be a big part of this too, is learning to balance everything. And like I've said this before, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's part of this process. That's part of how you grow. If everything was so easy all the time, you would never learn. And I know that sounds kind of ridiculous and a little backwards, but you just wouldn't, because that's how humans are kind of designed in a way. So I feel like being human here, you still have to enjoy the fresh air. I love the smell of coffee in the morning. And also relaxing while I drink it. So I feel whatever physical things you can enjoy while you're here, that's part of it too. So it kind of helps balance things out a little bit. And also, I feel like once you get your vibration to a certain point, you don't have those harsh physical lessons anymore. You don't have to learn by going through all that. You can just see it almost before it happens, or kind of while you're at the beginning of it and you're like, ooh, and you make a change right away and enough, it goes away. So when you'll get to a certain point, you just have to keep working your way up. It's not easy, but it's worth it. You chose it. You can do it. We are all energy. Energy always is. So we've talked about this before. It just changes forms, which means that what you do here is very important. What you learn here is very important, because when you leave this physical earth shell and physical earth plane, it goes with you. Your experiences go with you. What you accomplish and what you do for others goes with you. So keep that in mind too. So I hope this helps. We can do maybe a mid-month kind of check-in to just see how everyone's doing. If it's going to be as intense as it feels, people may need that. So hang in there. Please ground, please shield your energy every single day. So as always, I'm sending so much love and light.